you ready, kids? You're supposed to say, aye, aye, Captain. Guys, if you got that reference, then you're going to be very excited. Because coming up next, I'm reviewing Spongebob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, the Rehydrated edition. Check it out next on Mumbles. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles. In today's episode of Mumbles, I'm reviewing Spongebob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated edition. Guys, this is a remake of the game that came out in 2003 for the GameCube, and it is supposed to be a faithful remake of that game with a lot better graphics, obviously. But can it really stand up to what that game was in 2003? Guys, let's find out. But first things first, I do want to say, I gave this game on today's Mumbles review a 6 out of 10. Why did I give it a 6 out of 10? Stay tuned and find out. So guys, first things first, I do want to say, this game is available on the following systems: PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. And guys, this game can be picked up at the time of this review for a price of $29.99. Now guys, the description for this game reads, are you ready, kids? The cult classic is back, faithfully remade in Sponge-tastic splendor. Play as SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy and show the evil plankton that crime pays even less than Mr. Krabs. Want to save Bikini Bottom from loads of rampant robots? Of course you do. Want an underpants bungee jump? Why wouldn't you? Want to join forces in a brand new multiplayer mode? The battle is on. Faithfully remade of one of the best SpongeBob games ever created. High-end visuals, modern resolution, and carefully polished gameplay. Brand new Horde mode multiplayer for up to 2 players, online and offline. Restored content that was cut from the original game, like the Robo Squidward boss fight and more. So guys, in my own words, this is a remake game from the game in 2003, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Guys, it is remastered, it is supposed to look a lot better, and it is supposed to be up to today's standards. But does it match those standards? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the graphics, the soundtrack, and the controls. First off, guys, the graphics in this game looks beautiful. You could put this game up against pretty much any game in 2020, and it would stand very well by itself. It's beautiful, it's colorful, it is everything a SpongeBob game should be. Soundtrack-wise, guys, this game also hits the mark soundtrack-wise. It's got those classic SpongeBob sounds that you hear from the show. You can very much tell that this is a SpongeBob game. Perfectly well done. So guys, control-wise, this game has fantastic controls, very easy to understand, very easy to pick up and play, little to no learning curve, fantastic control scheme. Nothing but good things to say about it. Now guys, let's talk about the gameplay, but before we do that, I have to ask you guys all something personal. Guys, if you have not already, please do subscribe to Mumblesvideos, ring the little notification bell, and drop a like on the video. Guys, it helps the channel to grow, and just know how much I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the support. Anyways, guys, now let's talk about the gameplay section. Guys, this game is very much a collect-a-thon platforming game. Guys, we've all played those games in the past where the ultimate goal was you have to collect so many things in order to advance to the next area or get to the big boss or do this or do that. This game is exactly that. You collect things in order to move on to the next area and get to that next boss. So to do that, you have to platform around, and to that end, there are 3 characters you can use to do that platforming. SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy Cheeks. Each of them has their own unique moves that can help you collect those items. For example, Patrick can throw things. The other 2 cannot. So you have to use those moves together in order to collect the most things and get to the end of this game. Very simple. Now, in addition to that, there is also some combat elements in this game. There'll be times where you have to actually fight things and do different things. And that is a nice way to break up everything else that is a collect-a-thon in this game. So there is those sections in this game, but for the most part, it is very much standard collect-a-thon. Collect this, collect that, do this, jump up here, get this, get that. You guys get the idea. That is all that I have to say about the gameplay section of this game. Now let's talk about the cons. The first con that I have is that this game does have some graphical glitches in it. Guys, for a remake game, you expect no glitches, you expect all that stuff to be ironed out, but when I turned this on and I went through the first cutscene, I don't know if I have video of it, but when I went through the first cutscene, I had a graphical glitch. SpongeBob and Patrick were very much covered and I couldn't hardly see them. It was very glitchy. So, guys, there are some graphical glitches in this. That's our first con. So guys, the second con that I have for this game is that the multiplayer mode that they are championing as being new and exciting, and all the new content that they're championing as being new and exciting in this game, guys, it's more of a marketing ploy, honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest. The multiplayer mode is okay. It's fun one time and then you'll never touch it again probably. It's just kind of going through, beating this, collecting this, doing this, blah, 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 blah. That's all there is to it. It takes about an hour to complete and you're done. It doesn't really add anything to the gameplay experience, and I could not see you playing it more than once or twice. Also, the extra content that is in the game, there's not really much. It's pretty much a standard all the way through it. There's no real new fights or anything, so you're going to be pretty much doing the same thing that you did in 2003 with this game, and you can expect pretty much the same experience. So guys, those are our 2 cons. Now let's talk about is why I gave this game a 6 out of 10. Guys, first off, I have to give props to the creators. They remade a game and they made it look fantastic. They brought it up to modern times. They did a good job with it. But the fact that it has graphical glitches in it is a major turnoff to me, because this is a game that you didn't have to build new gameplay mechanics for or anything like that. It was just redoing the graphics and there's still glitches in it. So first off, that's going to impact the score. Then the fact that I have to compare it to 2020 games. Does it stand up to those games? Even though it's a fantastically made remake, even though it stands up to what it was in 2003, guys, if I compare it to the games of 2020 that are new and improved, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. I just do. It's not an 8 or 9 game. It is a 6 out of 10 game. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's been some great games this year. But, like I said, 6 out of 10 game. Now, guys, with that being said, I have to say, if you're looking for a wholesome family experience, if your child loves SpongeBob, if you love SpongeBob, if you want to relive that nostalgia that you had playing this game is fantastic. It does all the right things, it's got all the right pieces, and it doesn't change that formula. They did a great job with that. They did a great job keeping it true to the original. It's a well-made remake. I would give it a 10 out of 10 if I could, just based on the fact that it is a good made remake. But I'm not just grading it as a remake. I'm grading it as games today. So 6 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. Anyways, guys, this is my review of Spongebob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.